Visualizations, also known as MilViz. Today we're in the MilViz 737-200 from Microsoft Flight Simulator X and Lockheed Martin's Prepar 3D. In this video I thought I'd showcase the new MilViz DX11 night lighting. Now, as you can see, we're in a cold and dark cockpit, or as you cannot see because it is very dark indeed. Let's go ahead and turn our battery on. Now the first thing I want to show you is a panel lighting system. We'll look at the instrument panel first. You can see the first few clicks start bringing those panel lights alive. As we continue going, the instruments glow brighter and brighter. And I don't know if you can tell, but we're starting to get some ambient light off those instruments. Here we're at the midway point. Let's keep going. We're getting brighter and brighter until we've reached the end. I'll zoom in just to give you a better look. And like I said, you can see the ambient light on those throttle quadrants and on the seats. Go ahead and turn the panel lighting off. And the great thing about this lighting is you can customize it to whatever you like, as bright or as dim. Let's head on over to the center console. It's a very fluid night lighting system that allows the pilot to customize his cabin as he or she wishes. So we're just coming up to the full brightness for the panel lighting in the center console, and it's just remarkable. Let's go ahead and turn that off, and we'll head to the top. So again, these are the first few clicks. You can get an idea of what's starting to happen. It's very difficult to see, but in a moment you will see the ambient light start to come off. You can start seeing that glow. You're kind of having to start to squint your eyes. We've also gone ahead and lighted our circuit breakers. So there's full brightness. Go ahead and turn the circuit breakers down to off. Get this panel lighting to off. And then we'll start looking at background and floodlights. Okay, let's head back to the instrument panel. And we'll start turning on our background lights. And there's the first few notches. Now the lights we're seeing right now are from incandescent bulbs. We're coming up on the midway point. And again, I just want you to see all that ambient light bouncing off. Turning it up more. And once we get to the end, we're going to have one click left, and that's going to give us our fluorescent lighting. And there it is. So if you really need to light up the cockpit, let's say you dropped a pen or something, this is a good light for you. Let's go ahead and turn that down and take a look at the center console. coming up nice and bright. And I'm literally right now having to squint. I'm filming this in the dark. And back to off. If we come up to the top, we can turn on our dome lights. And this is a 2-position light. We have dim and we have bright. So first, let's go to bright. You can see that entire upper section is being lit. And it is shining on the rest of the cockpit. And now let's go to dim. I think I like dim better. It's not as bright. But in situations where you need the bright setting, it surely helps to have it. And again, you can see that we're actually getting some light bouncing off. Let's look at those two one more time. Bright. And dim. A lot of times you need a light to look at your map or your meal for the flight. And for that we've provided you with a night light. Or not so much a night light, but a map light. So there we're at the midway point. And you can see in the shadows in the seats that it's really just lighting this general area. You're getting some ambient light bouncing off on the panel. Let's go to full brightness. Now we're really lighting up the cabin. Again, I'm having to squint. So now that we've seen all the different lighting systems, I thought it'd be interesting to turn all the lights on full blast. And we'll see how we go from this extremely dark cockpit to a fully lit cabin. So let's start with panel lighting. We've got our circuit breakers lit as well. Now, let's get the background lighting and the floodlights going. We've got our map light going right here. Got our floodlight for the center console. And we've got the bright light up top. Just to make things a little more bright, let's go ahead and turn those fluorescent lights on. Now, typically you would not want to fly like this. So in this situation, let's turn all the lights off and I'll show you how I would set up my cabin. Using these rotary knobs, you can either use your mouse wheel or you can use the left and right click on your mouse. You can probably hear my mouse wheel going. Okay, that's pretty dark. So now let's set it up as if we were going to go fly. Get some panel lights on the instruments. A little floodlight on the panel. Some panel light in our center console. Don't really need floodlights right now. Get some panel lighting up here. Get the circuit breakers going. And I think I might put this to dim. So that concludes the video for the new MilViz DX11 night lighting, in this case being showcased in the 737-200. Hope you enjoyed the video. Keep the blue up and the brown down.